evening, and welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one annoying talent, El Idolo Deportivo Taylor. This is another edition of the Mighty Sports Podcast. It is officially 10:10. That's an inside joke. Oh, shit. I knew I forgot somebody. I knew there was somebody I was thinking about, right? That I was like, okay, I told myself I wanted to remember this birthday. Sorry, the 10:10 just triggered it, right? But it is 10:10, right? It is about 9:46 at night. Current temperatures, or where are we at tonight? 76 degrees? Is that what I saw earlier? Hold on. Is that what I saw? I don't think it's 76 degrees. It can't be. 84. 81. Okay. Alrighty. I'm off. 81. I should have remembered that one. 81 degrees. It's nice. It's breezy. Things feel right. The air is nice. And I'm not even speaking in hyperbole. Well, maybe I am. Whatever. But literally, Hurricane Iman came through and literally washed all of summer away. But that don't mean that the sports ain't still hot, folks. Today on Volume 8, Episode 4, Track 460 of the Mighty Sports Podcast, we got a big show for you guys. Oh, we got the Bills. They locked up the Steelers. The Giants cut the cheese. The Jets make sushi. We're going to talk about Brittany Griner. We got Blue Chew. We're going to talk. Folks, today or tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow may be the last day for you guys to go ahead and register to vote. So don't forget to do that as well. We got a Fury fight being scheduled to be made. We have the NBA season coming up about to be open tomorrow, folks. You realize this? Y'all realize this? The NBA season opens up tomorrow. Like, that's how... And you know what? Hey, thought what I should... I've seen Jack pop up on the podcast. He act like he don't know. Like, talking all that shit. I know you know where it's at. Wait. Why am I not following Vince already? Me and Vince gonna fight. Yes, it ain't right here. Wait a minute. I feel like there's a couple of people that may have been unfollowed on my you know what? That's a story for another day. I'm over here looking at some Instagram friends like follow so and so. I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I not following them? Now I'm gonna blame it to a crazy ex that was out here deleting people that I know. You know what I mean? But who knows what could have happened? You know, I could have been deleted on the other end of that though. Like I say, a lot of shit that get on people's nerves. That's what we do over here. We know it says always a blast on the Mighty Sports Podcast. You know, it's always a blast on the Mighty Sports Podcast. Hey, yo, tell them, Coach. Regardless of the time, regardless of the weather.
You play to win the game. Hello?
I think you just heard me say it. It's always a blast on the Mighty. I'm excited today. I'm super excited. Like, I'm so excited. I'm semi-calm. Maybe I've smoked myself into calmness. I'm seeing these eyes right now, right? You know, like, oh, I got smoky eyes. Yo, what is going on with my game today? Speaking of games, folks, you heard me say it, folks. We got some games to talk about today. My city is on fire. Hey, yo, New York, stand up. Brooklyn, stand up. Bronx, stand up. Queens, Strong Island, Bronx. Who I forget? Brooklyn. I didn't forget Brooklyn. Manhattan, stand up. All you guys, stand up right now. You can celebrate a little, except for the fact that the Mets can fuck up a wet dream. Like 100% the Mets can fuck up a wet dream. We're going to get into all that and more right here on the Mighty Sports Podcast. But before we start the show, there's a little celebration that we like to have before anything happens, right? And what we like to do, we like to have a little birthday party before we actually start off any kind of productions. So, hey, yo, DJ MyT, do me one little favor right before you go get your first drink or whatever. Go ahead and drop that beat for me. Everybody get your drink ready. Yeah. You like that? I like that. You like that? I like that. Yo, so let's sing along with me. If you know the words of the song, go ahead and sing along with your boy. If you don't know the words, I'm about to teach you, right? Because yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your because it's your birthday. We sing happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yo, you guys don't know what I start off every MyT Sports podcast with a little birthday party, folks. And today, the first birthday that we have, right? So, and listen, I don't remember a lot of people's birthdays. So if you don't have you on my Facebook friends, right? You're not getting a birthday shout out. So that gives you a little incentive. Also, listen, go ahead and in the comments. If you know somebody that had a birthday over the weekend, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, today, go ahead and drop their name inside the comments. I'll go ahead and give them a birthday shout out for you guys as well. Wait, did I put vodka in here? Hold on. Like I thought I did, but as I'm looking better, and listen, I anticipate all of you guys, right? That's a big ass bottle, right? Yeah, but seriously, I anticipate all of you guys, right? I implore you guys to go ahead and pour yourself up a nice little drink. Let's go ahead and take a nice little birthday shot for all the birthday people around the world right now. Right? It's always a celebration. Listen, it's a celebration, bitches. It's a celebration, bitches. And I'm letting you guys know, right? You guys have no clue. I've been dropping hints. For a while. Hints about what? Ooh, see, I can't go that deep. But it's definitely been it's gonna be a celebration. Like the order is officially in. Yo, we gonna be flooding the motherfucker. You just wait till October gonna be a good month. I may not be here for Halloween. Let's continue the birthday party. I'm getting sidetracked. It may be the liquor in me. I ain't even started drinking. It may be the weed in me, right? First birthday, we got a birthday shout out. It's from my boy Clark Douglas. Want to say happy birthday to you, Bridget, and also welcome home. I know you just came home from doing a nice little bit or whatever. Glad to see that you're safe. Try to stay out of trouble this time, if you know what I mean. You know, I mean, like you got too much to lose at this point in time. Like you get up there in age, ain't no more time that you should be serving like that. All right, so welcome home. Happy birthday to you, Clark. Also want to say happy birthday to Lou Mia La Roche. We just called you Mia or whatever. But happy birthday to you too. What's up? How you been? I haven't heard from you in a while. But how have you been? Happy birthday to you as well. I had no birthdays for the night, folks. So we're gonna skip over that and get to the birthdays for today. Right? I got a bunch of birthdays today, right? I got one birthday for Raquel Quinones. Just want to say happy birthday to you, right? That's like actually the weirdest birthday. I lied. I said I don't remember birthdays. That's probably the one odd birthday I don't remember because I don't have Raquel as a Facebook friend. Long story, right? Long story. Let's not go down that road. We're here now. We're not there. But I remember it because she said one day for her birthday, somebody asked when her birthday was, and she was like 10/10. And from that moment, 10/10 stuck in my head, and it's just when the birthdays were. But happy birthday to Raquel. But also want to say happy birthday to Culture Inc. At least this is when it has your birthday on Facebook. Culture Inc. has probably been established a whole nother day outside of October 10th. All right? But that's what your Facebook birthday says. So I want to say happy birthday to Culture Inc. But also Culture Inc. I want to let you guys know. I want to get you guys on the podcast. I already called out your platinum weight champion. Right now, I'm calling out the whole group. I want to get you guys right here on the podcast, on the MyT Sports Podcast. If anybody is watching this that knows Culture Inc., let them know that MyT Sports Podcast is calling them out. We want them right here on the show for you guys can see Wednesday nights. Any night, though. Video, in person, however you want to do it. Let's make it happen. We're going to drink to that one. Okay, there's definitely alcohol in this one. What's going on, G Money? How you doing? Also, want to say happy birthday to my cousin. No, bring that music back up for me, B. Don't let that ride out yet. Right? Want to say happy birthday to my cousin Nicole Smith as well. Yo, happy birthday to you, cuz. Don't worry, we always watch for the backgrounds. Yo, congratulations. Big up. Always seeing you doing big things. So I want to continue to say happy birthday to you. I hope your blessings continue. So to everybody, right, that we mentioned today, to Clark, and to Mia, to Culture Inc., and to Raquel, and to Nicole. You people are nosy. We want to know the name, right? We want to wish you all a happy birthday. We hope you party hard. Hope you enjoy everything. Hope you regret nothing. But more importantly, right, you continue to get that pot stirring, right? This weekend just passed. I hope you got your weekend at Bernie's on and you continue to stay MyT. Because it doesn't matter what else is going on when it's your birthday. Let's go ahead and cut that beat. Oh yeah, I'm definitely tasting the alcohol this time. Don't you guys forget that can be your product right over there. That could be your product on MyT Sports Podcast, sticking out right there the whole entire time during the show advertisement. That's you. That could be you, Pippin. Hit me in the DMs. We'll talk. Or hit me at mightysports@gmail.com if you wanted to as well. Or MyT Productions LLC@gmail.com. Either or. Go to use the MyT Sports at Gmail. And we'll talk about advertisement. But that could be you right there. And as we talk about somebody that something that could be right there. More so, let's talk about somebody that could be right here. And as you guys know, folks, we have a MyT topic of the day, right? And we've had this MyT topic almost every single day because we shall not let her be forgotten. I don't think you guys understand. If you guys know by now, who we are talking about is one Brittany Griner. Yes, folks, it has officially been 235 days since Brittany Griner has been wrongfully incarcerated for empty weed cartridges, trumped up weed charges, as I like to call it, because that's really what it was, right? That's really what it was and what it is. It's trumped up weed charges, and they've been utilizing her and using her as leverage to try to free one of their arms dealers. If you don't know about Brittany Griner and her resume by now, Brittany Griner is not only a WNBA champion, right? But she is also an 8-time block leader, right? She is also a 2-time scoring champion, a 2-time peak performer, a 3-time NBA first team, 3-time NBA second team, 3-time defensive team, oh, finally. Right? 4-time defensive second team, all rookie, AP player of the year, most outstanding player, 3-time Big 12 player of the year, 4-time defensive player of the year, NCAA champion, high school player of the year, and more years. Shorty's been balling since high school. She's been balling since she was a Jet. And it's funny because we make sure that we always take the time out to mention her and remember that how about her career and give a little homage to her, because you guys don't understand, like she is one of the GOATs of the game, like the third woman in WNBA history to dunk a ball in the game, behind the only other two greats that you know, Lisa Leslie and Candace Parker. I think right now we may be up to 4 or 5. I want to say that, but I'm not sure. Like, I just feel like we should be up to 4 or 5 by now. I really do. Because I feel like I've seen 2 other women dunk the ball this year alone. I just can't remember who the fuck they were. That's my fault. Though. But yes, she definitely is one of the pillars of the game. Like I said, one of the great figures, one of the great champions, like one of the great winners. Period. And yes, she's still currently wrongfully detained in Russia. And listen, I don't know if 235 days sounds like a lot to you guys, right? But it really should. You understand? That's already half of a year. That's more time than the average soldier deploys. You understand? That's longer than one deployment. Because we got to deploy in like 6-month windows. That's longer than one deployment. And it's not even that like, oh, she's over there, like she's locked up in Russian jail. Like, some of you have problems even wanting to use a Russian bathroom. Imagine being in Russian jail for 8 months. Is that 8 months now? I think that's 8 months. And just like how that can be your product. Hold on. Let me help you get that Squidward a bit. You bring that down. That's how that could be your product right there. This can be your butt in here. I'll advertise your butt. Oh man. But yeah, so and one of the things that like recent conversations that you've seen for communications with her, you can see that she has a real like fear that she's going to be not only forgotten in the eyes of the people, but also just forgotten over their period as she just succumbs to whatever political BS is going on. And not for, and let's not act like, listen, part of the reason why why they did this to her and why she is still there is because we do have a weak ass leader as president. Like we do. Like you understand, like they don't try this kind of shit when you have strong presidency. Like they really don't. Or when you have unpredictable presidents, right? Now, not to say it's better. I'm just saying that a little bit of crazy helps scare off people that want to do fucked up things. Let's continue to move on, right? Brittany Griner, we will not forget you. You'll always have a home here on the MyT Sports Podcast. We'll make sure we'll continue to talk about you. Even long after you do come home, we will make sure that we follow you very closely in the game and make sure that we have a Brittany Griner report almost every single game anyway. And hopefully we get you here on the MyT Sports Podcast as well. We'll also love and appreciate that. Like if you bun, then listen, we'll bun with you too. You know what I mean? Let's really get into the first topic of the day. Let's because Brittany Griner is our honorary topic of the day. She's our MyT topic of the day, right? But let's really get into the fold. Let's man, I'm telling you right now, I am so nervous watching this Raiders and Kansas City game. And if you guys know how we do here on the MyT Sports Podcast, I always like to have some kind of game on in the background, right? Like during any season. And if there's not a game on, I'll replay a game. Like don't get it twisted. Oh, I can't wait till Wednesday. Oh shit. I mean, I can't wait till Wednesday, but fuck. I just realized we're not gonna be here in the private studio. The crib. Right? Sorry about that. We're not going to be here in the private studio for the first Knicks game. We're going to be at Sharky's. I have to find out what channel that Knicks game is on. Hopefully we get like ESPN or NBA TV. And if that's the case, then I can see if we can get that game on at Sharky's that night. Yo, so many big things is happening at Sharky's. So many big things are happening at Sharky's. I hope you guys are prepared for this. I really, really hope you guys are prepared for what's about to happen at Sharky's. Not only this Wednesday are we having the last week of the raffle, and I'm thinking about extending it. For one reason and one reason only. This week also starts. DJ Scepter also starts as well. This week, DJ Scepter also starts at Sharky's as well from 10 to 2. You understand, guys? Right? It's good. It's about to be a whole different vibe there at Sharky's. You're gonna have DJ Scepter inside. You're gonna have MyT Sports outside. Inside, you could be vibing, listening to music. Outside, you're gonna be talking shit and listening to sports. And the thing about it, I cut off at 11. Right? I cut off at 11. DJ Scepter gets there at 10. So he's here for like the last hour. So you get a nice little transition. You get to chill and relax a little bit, eat some food, listen to some sports, drink a little bit, get a little bit of saucy, take advantage of the drink specials. Hold on. We got those drink specials too, don't we? Hold on. Let's get that up. Because I don't think you guys understand what's happening here. And I need to get like, we're talking about ladies are gonna be able to drink free. Ladies are gonna have half price. I don't think you guys heard me. Right? I think I know exactly what's going on now. With the one specific thing that I'm trying to hit, I know exactly what's going on here. I had to edit it. Alrighty. Now let's get this. I don't think you guys heard me.
Liquid means rewind, a concept means forward. You requested it, so we rewind.
There we go. That's what I've been looking for. That's my cinnamon apple. Speaking of my cinnamon apple, right? Yo, my cinnamon apple. Like, you know you do me wrong. Your communication skills is basuda right now. Well, listen. Yeah. Yeah. You see me? Yeah. But that's coming in hot, I feel like. I'm gonna bring you down a notch. I feel like my mic is coming in hot. What was I about to say? Oh, where were we? We were talking about Sharkies, right? I got sidetracked and I started talking about Sharkies. And I wanted to talk about their drink specials. They have new drink specials. They have 2-for-1s, right? And also, if you don't know about the 2-for-1s on Sundays by now, like, you guys have to really make sure that you come out there on Sundays and you get opportunity to try and get their 2-for-1 shots on Sunday, or 2-for-1 drinks period on Sundays, right? Anytime the Dolphins score, which like, it's the only thing that makes Dolphins score. It really is the only thing that makes Dolphins scoring acceptable. Right, we'll tell you about that in a second. Or anytime that Green Bay scores, which this week was kind of weird, right? Because the Green Bay Packers played super early. Like, they played New York Giants at what was it, 9:30 in the morning, because they had the London game. Ooh, what a catch. You guys will be seeing that pretty soon. Where the hell did I put that? Now I'm starting to think, okay, I have it, but it's not everywhere. Okay, so something hasn't reloaded itself. Okay, I can deal with that. So, happy hour specials are going to be at Sharky's from 7 to 11 p.m. All right, they're going to have $4 well drinks, vodka, gin, rum, tequila, scotch, premier liquors, $5 Smirnoff, Absolute, Captain, right? Then they have top shelf for $6, Tito's, 1800, Jameson, right? Happy hour pricing is Monday to Friday from 11 to 7 p.m. And that's the joint for, that's period. I got to get the Wednesday joint back. That's what I got to get. We got something special just for Wednesday. I got to look for that one. We're going to have to pull that one up. Because that's where the ladies drink. That's when the ladies drink free for a couple of hours. And then after that, their drinks are half price. So, ladies, like, it's really tailored so that we can start getting you ladies back in there. It's going to be a blast. MyT Sports Podcast, DJ Scepter, Sharkies, every hump day. We're going to have trivia. We're going to have raffles. We're going to have music. We're going to have doobie snacks. We're going to have Blue Chew. The turn up is going to be real. You guys not even going to know what to do with yourselves anymore. Like, every single Wednesday, you're not even going to know what to do with yourselves. You're going to be like, yo, that's the spot. That is going to be the spot to get to. See Patrick Mahomes over here conducting traffic. His team is in the red zone. Scores 20-10 right now. Kansas City is down. So let's get into the first game. Let's get into the first one we want to talk about.
First of all, things first.
Touchdown. Right? Happened that quick. We talked about the 9 o'clock game, right? And I told you right now, my city is on fire right now. If you guys don't know, my whole entire... Okay, maybe they're lukewarm. They were on fire. It started off well on Sunday. Sunday morning, cloud 9. 9 o'clock game. Giants versus Green Bay. They're in London. Mutual Field, right? You don't got to worry about no cheeseheads. You don't got to worry about you don't got to worry about shitty ass Lambeau Field. You don't got to worry about no crazy weather, right? There's a bunch of football fans coming out to off the uprights and coming out to watch a good football game. Green Bay G-men. That's it. And the majority of people, including myself, including your big homie Tony, that was another lifetime ago, right? But even myself didn't think the Giants had a chance in this game. You know, we were sitting here thinking, you know what? If there's a game that the Giants come back down to reality, it's going to be this game, right? They've had a nice run. They were 3-1 so far. Punched some people in the mouth they shouldn't have. Made a couple of comebacks that you didn't expect. Right? City on fire early. We're talking about people are doing shots at 10 o'clock in the morning. Football season, you gotta love it. Oh, that's East Coast. Can you imagine if you're on the West Coast? That's 6 o'clock in the morning. That means as soon as you woke up, you was just like, oh shit, game's on. Oh, come here, babe. Morningwood, football. Morningwood, football. Morningwood, football. All right, baby. There we go. First series. We're done here. Right? But 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, we over here drinking already, celebrating. It's a good game. It's a good game. It has a scare early. It has a real big scare early for that Giants game. Saquon Barkley goes out injured. And you can feel the ear literally leave the room. Right? You can feel the ear literally be because you just say, oh my God, no, he's injured again. And I know before it was lower extremity, but at some point in time, right? So at some point in time, you just get chronic of injury prone, and it's not even so much that things are connected. You just can't keep yourself healthy. And who knows if that was going to be him, like, oh, he finally like he's running like a stud. What happens? Oh, my shoulder. Right. So they take him back to the back of the back. They go to look it up. As you know, everybody's a little testy right now. Right? Whole entire league is on pins and needles because of what's happening to quarterbacks lately. Quarterbacks can't keep their head in the game. Double entendre. Right? So you don't know if it's a real injury. You don't know how serious it is, but you know that they're taking him to the back. And Daniel Jones, he's already banged up at this point in time, right? Coming in the game with the banged up ankle. And Daniel Jones. You realize something. You guys realize something. When is the last time you've really heard me had to come out here and play that damn Daniel drop? You realize we made a whole drop based off of his deficiencies to poke at it. And now we have a useless drop because he's no longer here turning over the ball 3 times a game. Turning over the ball every game, averaging a turnover every single. That's no longer him. He's no longer damn Daniel. He's the quarterback that with a bad ankle, he's running it straight up the middle for 12 yards. Tell the DJ run it back. That's who he is now. 10 attempts on a bad ankle. Tell the DJ run it back. Ten attempts. How many yards did he get? I forgot how many. 40-something, 42. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, right? Because it was still about over like 4 yards per rush, and it was on a bad ankle, and he was forced to do it while Saquon Barkley was out. This Giants team, we've seen it now. We're seeing it now. Starting from the game against Baltimore, they have a by any means necessary mentality. We're going to run through these walls. We're going to do the extra thing. Daniel Jones goes out, we going to run Wildcat with Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is out, Daniel Jones turns into our running back. By any means necessary. Oh, it's going to be violent. You don't want nonviolence. It's going to be violent. This team now has not only a confidence to them, they have a nasty to them. New York, as a football whole, has a confidence to them. Oh, man. See, people don't understand. Like, I love to big up my city. I love to big up my borough because I'm big enough to do it. I can carry the weight of both teams. I'm big enough to do it. Anytime I big up my city, anything that makes my city look good, my borough look great. You can make it in New York. You can make it anywhere. New York City, New York State. Y'all play too much. All New York teams right now are over 500. When's the last time we heard that? See, and for the last 4 years, right, the Buffalo Bills have been getting their shit together. And while they've been getting their shit together, right, in the fucking country, in the state, right, the city's been fucked up, right? City's been going through turmoil and shit like that. So, you know what I mean? The sewer system is all backed up. We're getting shitty coach after shitty coach after shitty coach. Buffalo looking like the nice, clean suburb that you want to go raise your kids in, sending motherfuckers through tables and to AFC championship games. Yet both teams in the city starting off 0-5, 1-4, 0-7. Goodness gracious, it was horrible. It was bad. It was rough. I say it was rough. It's no respect. No respect. So there's a special kind of buzz going on in the football New York nation, right? Like I said, I'm here to big them. I'm here to big them all up. I'm here to big them all up. Hey, yo, listen, Giants fans, Jets fans, Bills fans, phone lines are open. Call in. Cowboys fans, I'll even let you guys join on the conversation. Dolphins fans, if you want to go ahead and go ahead and give your passive aggressive congrats, you come on, join too. Listen, I want it all, baby. I want it all. Come talk to me. Phone lines are open. And folks, if you're wondering, where's the phone line at? How do we call in? Link is in the bio, right? The Linktree link is in the bios, right? You're going to see it has a little arrow. Call in here. Do the Podbean app. Get the Podbean app. Bam, bam, bam. Get that going. Next thing you know, call in. Get the conversation flowing. Giants win 27-22. They go up late. And then they get stopped. Weirdest shit ever. They go up late, get the ball back, they get stopped. They get stopped at and they're basically in their end zone. So you know what they say? Let's go ahead and run this safety off. Apparently, both teams in the city wanted to get some safety this weekend. So they get a safety off. It turns a 7-point game to a 5-point game. And I'm not gonna lie to you. If anybody says they weren't still nervous, if any Jets fan, if anybody that doesn't root for any Giants fan, if there's anybody that doesn't root for the Giants to lose, you can't tell me you weren't nervous. Packers fans, you can't tell me there was a party like, oh, we got this. We've done this 100 times before. Like, he does this in his sleep. Like, watch this. Watch this. How dare you steal my cat? Right? And the beauty of it, again, by any means necessary. You see Aaron Rodgers drop back, right, with the pretty footwork. Right? That nice little stride. Giving his guys a little bit of time to get down to the end zone. Pressure starts coming, right? Pocket starts collapsing. He starts seeing some blue amongst all that green and yellow that he's used to seeing. He does what Aaron Rodgers does, right? Calmly, relaxingly, rolls out to the side. Tootsie roll. Tootsie roll. Right? Not a big roll. Just a little bit, right? Starts burping the baby a little bit. Like, you know what? I think I see you. Oh, yeah. You're getting there. Oh, yeah. It's coming. It's coming. And he winds up to get off. Pause. while he's burping the baby and he's winding up, again, that sea of blue. They're like, oh, you just gonna move from the spot that we've been trying to get to, you know what I mean, for all our might. Next, you know, they're using their secondary moves. Happening, spin moves start happening. They're over there, they're coming after him. They see him burping the baby. They're like, we're not ready to go yet. They see him burping the baby. They're like, we're not ready to go yet. They see him getting ready to cock back, and they get him hold of that arm. That ball is loose. Giants get the ball back. The game is a wrap. You send them babies to bed. That's what you get for burping babies on the field. Now the Giants are 4-1. Nobody expected this. There's nobody, even when people were calling or looking at best case scenarios, they didn't think they were going to be 4-1. Giant country, stand up. G-Man, stand up. Take a bow. Yo, beat your chest. Yo, King Kong ain't got shit on me. Right now, you on top of the mountain. 4-1. 4-1. You know what I'm saying? I live in, you know, we in South Florida, hottest city in the world. Most fuego city in the world. Shit's on fire down here. Y'all, listen, you guys don't understand what Florida does to a motherfucker, right? You don't understand what Florida does to a motherfucker. If you want to see what Florida does to somebody, look at Tom Brady. Look at what has happened to Tom Brady. What you see from Tom Brady since he stepped foot in Florida. Let's look at it. Public intoxication. What else? What is it? Right? Now he's having a public divorce. That weight loss, I'm telling you right now, that weight loss has me scared. I think he's going full Florida, man. Somebody go check on Tom Brady. I think he's going full Florida, man. That weight loss looks like meth to me. I'm sorry. You see how sucked in those cheeks are? And he's doing a permanent Zoolander. Like, all I had to do was always ask me to turn left. What's you googly? Right? Like, he's literally doing the permanent Zoolander. Right? Or the permanent Mansoir, or like maximum male model. But check on your boy. I'm telling you, he ain't right. He ain't right. Maybe he's depressed. You just find out he's going through a shaky breakup. Antonio Brown posting. I have to remember, right? Like Kanye West, Antonio Brown has mental issues and he doesn't take his meds. Like, it doesn't matter how great you are in your field of creativity. If you're mental, you're mental. And some of the greatest people, creators, were mental. Like, we've known this. Why else are you cutting off your ear? Like, we've heard about mental artists from the beginning of time. Like, they teach us about them in school. Like, they put on scholastic lessons about these guys. Like, they have black and white images of them in books and busts of them in museums. So don't act like, so they're not the first. They're not the first great people in like great artists in their field to be crazy. Also, look at Britney Spears. I had to bring it home a little bit. I slapped the shit out of myself earlier. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if you guys heard that. I really slapped the shit out of myself. That shit stings. I think I left the welt on my head. Which always makes, like, let's go behind the curtain a little bit. Always makes me wonder about wrestlers when they do that shit. Like, damn, like, you be slapping that shit out of yourself. You know what? Never mind. Like, I just realized how I was sounding. So let's go back to the Giants, right? Daniel Jones, 21 for 27. No interceptions, but no touchdowns as well. But more importantly, no interceptions. No interceptions, no fumbles, no the ball. He held on to it all. Made the right decisions. Ran 10 times when his running back had to was getting evaluated. Not 10 times wasn't specifically, but ran 10 times. The good portion while his running back is being evaluated, they take down Patrick Mahomes. See, you know, it's so funny. I just saw Patrick Mahomes get sacked. It was no different than the Tom Brady tackle. And they saved Tom Brady's ass and they called. What's in the munch on now? I need some like soft chocolate chip cookies. I've been having a craving for them. It's been a while too. It's been like years since I think I've had them. I think I'm having a craving for them. Yeah, that's that same exact tackle they gave to Tom Brady. And as you know, like Tom Brady always has a referee on official in his back pocket. You know, ever since his first Super Bowl. Like, and we saw it plain as day. It's like you know what? It's like now the referees are like, why even hide it anymore? It's 20 years now. Why are we even hiding this anymore? Like, Tom wants the call, we give Tom the call. Tom has been paying us since 1998. Like, if he wants the call, we give him the call. 2099, whatever year it was. I don't really know when Tom Brady was drafted. I don't like Tom Brady. I don't really pay attention to his numbers or his career like that. Whatever. You can say what you want to say. Like, people like, you have to like respect like the. I don't have to do anything. You know what?
You thought Trey Young was so good, right? Fuck Trey Young! Fuck Trey Young! Fuck Trey Young! Fuck Trey Young!
Oh, shrapnel gets everywhere, B. Fuck Trey Young, fuck Reggie Miller, fuck Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like, fuck them all.
You have failed this city.
It'd be like that. Like I don't have to do anything as a fan. Like I keep telling you guys, sports, which is why we love it, and it's my sports disclaimer. Sports is the one area that we're able to be illogical at, guys. It's the one area we don't really have to make sense. Everywhere else in our life, we have to be logical. Right? As a man, as a human being, period. As a human being, period, you should always be logical. But we're not afforded to be to react emotionally to things, even though we do a lot. We really do. Actually, kind of some emotional drilling motherfuckers sometimes. Some crazy shit. All right. This ain't about us, all right? It's about sports. I have to go down the wrong therapy hole, right? And you know there's only 2 holes, well, 3 holes too. Yeah, there's only 3 holes to go down. Rabbit hole, foxhole, tunnel hole. Get your mind out the gutter. But also, yeah, I'm trying to say double entendre like a motherfucker. Saquon Barkley had 13 rushes, 70 yards, had to put up a touchdown. Not only did he have yards in the running, he also had runs. Put up almost 100 yards in passing game. I mean, I've been him. No, that wasn't him. That's another New York running back. My bad. That was not him. But he didn't put up almost 100 yards rushing. I mean, not running, passing, receiving, catching. But he did come back in there and he helped shoulder the load. You know you have a gritty coach when they run out here running Wildcat. And I know it's funny too, right? It's funny. I remember when the Jets were running Wildcat and Giants fans were making fun of it. Like, oh, you guys got to be all gimmicky to win. Now look at you. Now look. See, this is why you just don't talk shit for no reason about your own city, right? Because here you go years later running it. Why? Because it is just what's best for your offense, and it gives you an advantage if you have the right personnel to run it. Damn, every other team, every other team has a running back in the quarterback position. Look at Baltimore, running back, quarterback. Philly, running back, quarterback, or quarterback, running back. Sorry, let's give them their proper title first, and secondary skill second. Kyler Murray, quarterback, running back. We can keep going on and on. And there's too many quarterbacks right now that can use their legs. You see the way they use Daniel Jones. The moment Saquon wasn't there, so now you put Saquon over there behind center. You get to mention the numbers. Saquon's supposed to be the second coming of fucking OJ anyway. Who is he the second coming of at this point? Damn, he's still putting up some numbers though. Yeah, still put up some numbers. Like this week was a little bit of a drop off, but as I said, he missed a decent amount of time this game because he was in injury protocol. Right, they had to take him to the back, make sure what he had wasn't spinal. The Giants weren't the only New York team to do good this weekend. From what you've heard so far, all of New York came out there and acted right. And I tell you, your basketball season's right around the corner. You see it. You see it. Well, you guys don't see it. Hold on. I got you. You see it. You see it. It's coming. Basketball season's right around the corner. Like literally right around the corner. We're talking about basketball season starts less than 24 hours from now. Officially. We're within less than 24 hours from the first official game of the regular season. We're less than 48 hours away from the first official Knicks game of the regular season. Man, y'all see that put a smile on my face, right? I am so happy. Like, listen, people. When we start the podcast every single season, just to let you know, we end the season at the end of basketball season. When we start the podcast, football is really just filling in until basketball starts. Basketball is my first true love. Like basketball really is my first true love. She really is my only love. I really don't love football. Like I don't love the NFL. I love the NBA. I love basketball. I don't like the NFL, but I like basketball. I like football. I do. I like football. Football is a good sport. And I like watching professionals. Like I like watching professionals do their thing at the highest level. I really do. But my show keeps going off. It's a long story. Who saw? I know that was what I was talking about. Who saw what was coming up these first couple of weeks? Buffalo Bills do their thing, and Buffalo Bills may have been the one team in New York that people actually thought was going to win this week. Pittsburgh Steelers have a struggling team. Quarterback struggling, everything struggling. This may really be the first year Mike Tomlin doesn't have a winning record. This may be, I think they made the playoffs last year. This may be the first time that he doesn't make the playoffs. And it's okay. Like, Pittsburgh Steelers is still one of those ridiculous franchises where if you look, now they're one of those, they are one of the franchises. I know I said that you have to be logical, right? But when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, they are one of the few franchises that does it right. So when I'm gonna say this, it's like you kind of have to respect them in a weird way, right? They only had 4 head coaches their whole entire time. So automatically, everybody knows when this coach gets hired, well, he's gonna be here for a while. So you better lock in. You listen to. It's basically that Pittsburgh Steelers learned that we are going to empower our head coach from day one. And who are the longest reigning coaches right now in the league? We're talking about Mike Tomlin, Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick, Andy Reid, and Baltimore, Harbaugh. Like those may be the 5 most tenured coaches in the league right now. And you can easily say with right very early on in their career when players got to their teams, they knew to listen. Now every franchise only has 3 head coaches, 4 head coaches, however many it is, right? And only 2 losing seasons. It's more. I think it's a few more than that, but you understand what I'm saying here. it's hard not to respect the franchise a little bit. See, and I know what you guys are saying. Like, see, like that's what we trying to tell you about Brady. Like how could you supposed to you have to kind of. No, I'm sorry, I got rivalry there. So, if you're a Baltimore Ravens fan, I can understand you saying nah, fuck that. If you're a Cleveland Browns fan, actually you kind of should because you should want to thrive to kind of be like them. You should look up to them, but I can understand it. If you're a Cincinnati fan, I can get it. I get it. You guys, I can understand saying to yourself, there's no way in hell, bro. Like, there's no way in hell I'm ever going to like those sons of guns over there. Like, nah, fuck all that. I'm not with it. It's never going to happen. I understand. There's just some teams you can never like. Like, I understand there are some Giants fans that can never root for anything good for the Jets or even ever like the Jets. I understand there's some Jets fans that can never root for a good thing to happen with the Giants, right? Or even the Bills for that matter. I get it. But like I said, you guys are too wrapped up in your fandom. Like, I refuse to have a civil war. You guys are tripping. I don't like to do civil wars. Like, every single year, I'll say this again until I'm blue and green in the face, right? When it comes to the NFL, I want to see the Jets and the Giants every year in the Super Bowl. Every year in the World Series, I want to see the Mets and Yankees. Every year in basketball since they've been established, I want to see Knicks and Nets in the Eastern Conference Championship. Like, I'm sorry, I'm stingy like that. I am. I want to see both of them there. And then I'll be picking my favorite. And then I'll be upset when my favorite team, the team that I'm rooting for out of the both of them, loses. I'll be upset then. But it won't stop me from rooting for them to win in the next stage. No, come on now. Well, some of those, there is no stage after that. It only applies for the Knicks. Sheesh. Man, basketball starts tomorrow. Less than 48 hours where we get to talk Knicks. As if I haven't been trying to sneak in Knicks talk this whole entire time. And I guarantee you, right? When we get our Florida co-host KJ, that's what I'm calling our Florida co-host, right? When we get our Florida co-host KJ, when he pops back in, right? You're gonna hear how salty. I guarantee you. The first time I taught basketball before December, before I just said like, I'm a basketball fan. It's just football. Come on, no. If you could actively watch football over basketball, then you're a football fan. Like you are. With my Knicks on, it doesn't matter about my Knicks. To be honest with you, they really don't. I enjoy the Jets, I enjoy everybody else, but when the Knicks are on, like Knicks take priority. Like I prioritize the Knicks, like I'm trying to prioritize the next chick I got messed with. You understand? I see nothing else. They talk about all the fish in the sea. Nope. I want that fish right there. That fish right there. That fish knows who I'm talking about. I want that fish right there. Ooh, speaking of, right? Don't you guys forget, right? Like I've mentioned to you guys that every single Wednesday so far, right, for the last 6 weeks now, we've been doing a raffle at Sharky's. And we've been doing a raffle for In Art We Lust 3, right? And what Art We Lust 3 is an immersive all women's, right? Or how to say it, right? It's an immersive female-driven. That's actually what I'm looking for. Female-driven art showcase. It's going to be benefiting the National Breast Cancer Foundation. In Art We Lust Free is going to represent the talents of the local South Florida artists. That night you'll be able to, and it's an adult night. It's an adult kind of night. No children. Put on something flashy. You know what I mean? And come out. You're gonna enjoy a lot of live musicians, DJs, raffles, vendors, live body art, and more. You know what? I don't think you heard me. right?
If it could means rewind, the concept means forward. You requested it, so we rewind.
It's in a female-driven art showcase that's gonna have female live musicians, female DJs, female vendors, female live body arts, and female more, and more females for the fellas. Talking to you guys directly, right? But ladies, come out there and support your and support your local female artists, right? Right, not only come and support them, but also come and meet some of basically South Florida's most brilliant and creative minds, and also you also get opportunity to take home some beautiful works of art as well for a great cause. And what we're doing here on the podcast, right? And as I said, we may extend the raffle a couple more. We may extend the raffle a couple more weeks, right? Meaning that I may run it till next week. I don't want to run it until next week because it's gonna really be real close to when it's gonna be real close to when the show's actually gonna start, and I want to give people actually time to prepare. But on October 21st, all right, in Art We Lust 3 is going to be taking place at the Coral Springs Center for the Arts. We have a live raffle at Sharky's every single Wednesday. The last Wednesday is going to be this Wednesday. Unless I change it, then you guys will find out. But the last Wednesday is this Wednesday. And what the prize is 2 tickets to In Art We Lust 3. Now remember, the show is from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Coral Springs Center of the Arts. Now I'm going to be doing my drawing this Wednesday coming up. So you have 2 more days to get yourself some tickets. This Wednesday, get yourself some raffle tickets, and try to see if you can get opportunity to win. Now, if you can't make it out to Sharky's to come join the raffle, or you don't get opportunity to win the raffle and you just want to buy your tickets flat out, go to the Centers CS. So the Centers Charlie CS.com. Put in promo code ART22. It'll take you right to the site. Go ahead and get and reserve your tickets now. This pre-sale is still going on for a few more days, folks. Right, so go ahead and get your tickets while they last. Tickets are going fast. The show is selling out pretty fast, and you know what is even crazier, folks? That same weekend, right? That same weekend is also what is it? Where are you at? Oh, now I know what. That same weekend is also going to be a show opening up called Young Frankenstein as well. And I thought I had the date for Young Frankenstein. But I do have the date for Young Frankenstein. Young Frankenstein is going to be from the 21st. It's going to run all the way until the 30th. So from October 21st to October 30th, I'm getting information for you guys. Tickets are $20, $15 for a group of 10 or more. All right. Let's see where this is at. This is going to be at Willows Theater at Sugar Sand Park, 300 South Military Trail in Boca Raton, Florida, 33480. If you would like to buy your tickets for there, go to and drop it. Okay. So ENTRA. Let's start over. ENTRACTEATRIX.com. Interactive theatrics. Or call the box office at 561-347-3948. Again, that number is 561-347-3948, and reserve your tickets for Young Frankenstein as well. Listen, those are the two hottest events right now going on in the local area. If you're in the local Coral Springs area, if you're in the local Margate area, Boca, Tamarack, any one of those areas, Parkland, These are the two shows that you want to go out and see. You want to go to In Art We Lust 3. There's only good In Art We Lust 3, which is going to be an all-female driven immersive art event. And that's only going to be taking place on the 21st. But right after that, you want to make sure that you check out Young Frankenstein as well. That's going to be going on from the 21st to the 30th of October. Which is crazy because I'm gonna go to that show again. I'm gonna go to that show on the 22nd, and then so I'll be at In Art We Lust 3, and we'll probably be doing the show from there. I think we're gonna do the show from the art show on that Friday. So we're gonna be at that art show. Then we're gonna go watch this play, a Young Frankenstein, on the 22nd. Then the weekend after that, on the 29th, I'm going up to Orlando to go watch another play. Folks, we're gonna be all over, and we're gonna have a lot of reviews coming for you. I'm coming up for you guys. Stay tuned for all of it, so you guys can keep up And also, come out there. Make sure you guys get your tickets and come out there. Check out what's going on in your local community. Support your local community. See what's going on. Like you buy all those movie tickets. You buy all these other things. Like, hey, go check out what somebody that you actually know is doing, because this is something that's going on by the person that you've seen at your local bar. You understand? This is the person that's going on by the person that you've seen at your local school. This is the person that's going on by somebody that you've seen at your local gym, your local church. Like these are people that are tangible to you, people that you can touch, feel, see, breathe, and anything else. All right. So definitely make sure that you guys got the opportunity to go see those two shows: In Art We Lust 3 at the Coral Springs Center of the Arts, and also Young Frankenstein at Willow Theater at Sugarland Park. Those are going to be two events that you will not regret seeing, and you are not going to want to miss. Let's continue with the sports, right? I keep telling you, my city's on fire right now. I'm telling you, man, like my city really is on fire right now. Not only the city that I'm living in right now, but also the city that I was raised in, and the city that I root for when it comes to sports. Like both of them are on fire. You see one getting its art on, you see one getting their sport on, and sport is art. And when it comes to athletes, like we get it all artsy. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna cut my ear off though. That's not gonna happen. I have to keep reminding you guys, I'm not cutting the hair off. Yeah, I'm a little twizzy. Cheers to everybody else. Where your drinks at? Guys, get your drinks up. Go ahead and start. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and comment. Let me know where you're at. Tell me where you're listening from. I want to know. And you know, if you comment, I'll stop singing. Or if you want me to keep singing, like, go ahead and comment too. I got you. I gotta do it all. I'm one of the people. Listen, you know what they say? Spread love is the Brooklyn way. The Bills waxed. We say waxed. We're talking about they completely locked up the Steelers. They locked them up like they stole something from them. Like the Steelers were living up to their name. 3-38. The Steelers scored a field goal in the first quarter. Nothing since. Nan nada. Zero. Zilch. Zed. Kaput. Nah, son. We done. Yo, is we finish or is we through? Is we finish or is we through? You can put respect on my name. They waxed them, but again, this is a young squad. And things are so and you know what's so funny too? I don't want to say funny. Cause I always say it's funny. It's a saying. It's a phrase. I'm not really I'm not LOLing on this. You know what I find funny though? I find ironic. I find intriguing. Right? You know what grinds my gears. You know what starts turning all the little fucking gears in my head. Going into this year, and going into this year. Everybody talked about how Pittsburgh was not going to be an easy out. I said it too. And what that shows you, again, as we talked about it earlier, Kansas City has come back. The score is now 24-23, about 9 minutes after going to the fourth quarter. What that shows you, Patrick Mahomes drops back to pass on 3 and 14. He has ran out the pocket and is thrown over both defender and receiver head. Both of them looking for a pass interference. So what that shows you is the respect that everybody had for Mike Tomlin and for the coaching job that he has conducted for the last decade plus on that team. It goes to show you, right, of how really hot, because when it came to the Jets seeing him on the schedules, like they're like, hey, that's still Mike Tomlin, you wait, they started hitting off the whole entire vowels, hey, Mike Tomlin, well respected, they sort of stand out and say, hey, that's Mike Tomlin over there. It's almost like when somebody start doing that, it's almost like saying with that should come with no disrespect. Hey, that's Mike Tomlin. He ain't never had a losing season. You know how he gets down. Every team, every year he's been winning. So kick was bad, but the Raiders messed up. Don't know what they did so far. Don't know if it was a penalty. I'm pretty sure it had to be some kind of penalty. I don't know what kind of penalty it was. He's coming from behind. Ooh, he's supposed to come at the clubbing, try to knock that ball down and out of there. But now you're not quite sure what penalty it was that happened, but whatever penalty it was got Kansas City back the first down, and they get to continue their drive. That's gonna be crucial. That could be Raiders ball back and trying to put up 7 more and put Kansas City back on their heels. Kansas City's had to come from a nice deficit. Patrick Mahomes said, "You know what? I'm done. Right? I'm done playing games with you. You must have forgot that my name is Patrick. Your end zone is Mahomes." Right? He must have forgot what his full name was. Josh Allen looked good, obviously, but looked good for over 400 yards. Over 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, one interception, 20 for 31. It's crazy how different the numbers look. Daniel Jones made 21 completions. Sam Darnold. Jesus Christ. Cheese Louise on peas on blows on skirt. Whatever rotted me, I talk about Sam Darnold for. Jesus, me get haunted by quarterback ghost. Quarterback dumping in my aunt me. Lord of this mercy. Let's pull that back up. For real.
If the good means rewind, the concept means forward. You requested it, so we rewind.
Josh Allen has 20 completions. Daniel Jones has 21. But you see the big disparity, right? It's literally almost double the yardage. 217 yards versus 424. Like, we're literally talking about 10 yards off of doubling him. 4 touchdowns. 1 interception. We're glad that Daniel Jones didn't come off the interception. But you also see what having not only know what you're doing and having everybody there healthy, start getting things really built around you and your talent. But more than anything, having a number 1 receiver, right? You really see what having a 1 receiver, because it still doesn't look like Daniel Jones has chemistry with anybody. And also, while people are making plays on the Giants, right? Everybody's making plays. There isn't a bona fide playmaker per se. And I think you guys understand what I'm saying there, right? Like, he's getting the ball, everybody's just doing what by any means necessary. We said it earlier about the Giants. By any means necessary. But what they don't really have is just a solid playmaker. They don't have Stephon Diggs out there. The Jets think they may have found that guy this year in the draft. But we still have to fully see, because our young quarterback has a problem. We're gonna talk about that problem in a minute when we talk about the Jets. But first, let's finish talking about the Bills and Big Blue, right? And if anybody knows me and what I do, then you know what's coming up pretty soon. I'm not sneaky, but you guys are catching on. You guys are catching on to my mannerisms, my idiosyncrasies, my patterns, my quirks and weird shit. They both talking to me, just to let you know. Hey, yo, shorty, how you doing? I'm about to give you a call after this podcast too. You just wait. I missed a call from my homegirl. Look at that. Let's continue. Josh Allen puts up 400 something yards. He gets 171 yards to. We just talked about this too, right? Having reliable receivers, having a favorite target. 171 yards. 171 yards to your not favorite target. But let's continue. 3 receptions. 3 receptions. That's all Gabe Davis had. And if I'm not mistaken, Rock of Nation athlete Gabe Davis. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's a Rock Nation athlete. Right? So, but Gabe Davis, three receptions, 171 yards, 2 touchdowns. Stephon Diggs, 8 receptions, 102 yards, a touchdown himself. And let's not get it twisted, right? I'm not going to make it seem like Gabe Davis is just great guy. He doesn't get that open. He doesn't do what he does without a guy like Stephon Diggs on his opposite side. He doesn't do what he does in any given day, especially a night like this. We only catches for 3. Granted, gets the catch. Sometimes he has to do a lot of the work, right? Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes, yes, he actually has to do the work. Today was a combination of both. Last night was a combination of both. Yesterday was a combination of both. But he doesn't get the space, the opportunities, without them having that reliable guy in Stephon Diggs that can go for 100 yards himself every single day, that you know is going to get 12 targets every single night. And you better make sure that you put a body on for those 12 targets, because he's going to pull in 8 of them. And if you aren't right, he can easily turn any one of those into 6 points. As you can see, what happens with the guy that is not getting the attention on only 3 attempts. You understand? 3 receptions and 2 touchdowns means that 2 out of the 3 times you caught the ball, you took it to the house. That touchdown, that reception to touchdown ratio is ridiculous right now. You understand? That's the thing that we see in video games. That's the kind of thing you used to see in Joe Montana's football. Yeah, we had to take it back there. I don't think we're having 3 receptions and 171 yards and 2 touchdowns on Madden, unless you're playing on easy peasy greasy cover girl mode. Easy peasy grizzly cover girl mode. There we go. That's what I meant to say. You know what I meant to say. Well, before we get into the Jets, right? Let's go ahead and wrap up this Bills and Big Blue talk. Both of those teams are 4-1. Both of those teams are 4-1, and it's phenomenal for them. Like, congratulations. Nobody thought that those guys were going to be able to get up the way they did. No, especially when it comes to the Giants. Nobody thought that the Giants would be where they are at. Nobody thought that the Giants would be going as hard as they are. But Big Blue right now is for real. And while Big Blue is for real, so is a little blue pill as well called Blue Chew. What is Blue Chew, you ask? Blue Chew is a little blue pill that can get you back your thrill. Hold on, let's see if we got some Blue Chew with us. Oh, yes, we do. All you have to do is open up a pack and head straight to the sack. Just a few chews before you do. Squeaker, 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 squeaker. I'm gonna hit it on man. When I hit him, man. Well, you better not do no violence. You better not do no violence. That kind of before you do. Listen, in case you don't know, this thing has the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. So this is one opportunity that you really can't miss, right? She's gonna love how you come through like a champ when you blue chew in advance, and for a very low cost. What I mean, very low cost. For a very low cost, you can beat it up like a boss. We're talking about you can get yourself your first order for like $20. But if you use my promo code XCTS, I know it sounds like ecstasy this week, right? It does. But XCTS, X-ray, Sierra, X-ray, Charlie, XCTS, Tango, Sierra. You can get your first order of Blue Chew for free. Yes, for the free. The only thing you have to do is pay shipping and handling. That's it. Take care of your postal workers. You know them lovely fellas dressed in blue. They gotta come in and gotta deliver your blue, and you don't have to worry about being blue anymore. And you know what? Even if you never have to worry about being blue, fellas, I know sometimes whiskey dick happens, right? Fellas, this is between us, right? Private conversation. I know whiskey dick happens sometimes to you fellas, right? Or to all fellas. I'm not gonna exclude myself out of this, right? Sometimes the alcohol makes some of you guys go a little extra hard, but sometimes you overdrink and you're like, damn, I got the whiskey dick. Blue Chew is a natural cure for whiskey dick. Like I said, Blue Chew isn't the little blue pill that you need. It's a little blue pill that you want. Want to have a little extra fun in the bedroom for the whole entire week? Hey, Blue Chew it. Drank a little bit too much, right? But you still want to get your rocks off? Blue Chew it. You met somebody just randomly and you just want to make sure, don't even say randomly. You've been texting that girl that you like, that you've noticed for the last 10 years or so, right? And y'all finally talking. And the first time, and it's coming down to the first time that you guys are about to do it, and you want to make sure that you do all that stuff that you said you're going to do in the text messages. Blue Chew it. Don't leave it up to chance. Keep one of these in your pants so that she can get everything that's in your pants. Blue Chew. Chew it and then do it. Shit. I'm going to have to make some phone calls tonight just so I can Blue Chew tonight. No, I'm blue choking. I got nobody to call. My shit is dry. I'm like a spades hand right now. I got one P, one potential. That's it. If that potential don't hit, then we gonna lose his hand. That's it. Let's continue to march forward and continue to talk some more New York sports. I know you guys were like, yo, you gonna talk about anybody else today? I'm talking about other people. I talked about the Packers. I talked about the Steelers. And we're gonna talk about the Dolphins a little bit. And I talked about other people. As you guys know, it's another beautiful day to be a And if during that Jets portion you said sucks, because you know you're from a rival team, I understand it, and I expect that from losers. Sure. Oh, what a beautiful day it was. What a beautiful day it was. I was out. I was amongst the people. I was with my peoples. They call me peoples all day. They call me peoples. I was out amongst my peoples. I was at my local bar. I was doing the Uchi Coochie, my friend, right? We watching the game. Everything is all good. And it was a good game. It was a good game to start off. All right? Start off. We're both talking back. We're talking shit back and forth, right? Jets are scoring. I'm rooting Jets, Jets. The losers are yelling, suck, suck, suck. It's okay. I'm still winning. The Dolphins score. Like, they start yelling whatever they yell. I'm yelling 2-for-1 shots. 2-for-1 shots. Score is close early on. Right? First quarter, it looks ugly. 0-5. I never like to see a 5-point game, a 2-point game. It just means things are ugly, and that was ugly. I'm like, because initially I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be how today is gonna look. This ain't gonna be a fun day, right? Because it's one thing for your team to win. I don't know what accent that just was, right? But it's okay for your team to win. There it goes again. But it's even better when it's fun and they win. Like, you don't want to, like, sometimes you don't want to sit there and win and everything just looks ugly. The whole entire thing is a nail biter. Like, you're just over there eating wing after wing because you're just nervous, eating like, you know what I mean? Like, you over there just drinking beers and shit like that, eating wings and bears, and you're not even really paying attention. You just say just soaking in a murk. Because it just looks horrific. The game ain't aesthetically pleasing. Kansas City gets the ball back. 4 minutes to go. 30-29. They get about the 30-yard line. And they will start their series of downs. First quarter looks kind of ugly. Right? 5-point game. But in the second quarter, things start to get fun. That's when the fun starts to pick up. Right? That's what I just told you was happening. Jets score. Jets, Jets. Having a blast, MyT Sports Podcast. Dolphins score 2-for-1. Whoa. 2-for-1. 2-for-1. Right? Jets come back. They score. Jets. Dolphins score 2-for-1. Going to the half. It's 19-15, 19-14. Jets put up 2 touchdowns. And I got 4 shots. I'm happy. We go into the half. It's a close game. Even though it's a 5-point game, both sides are still happy. There's still shit talking going on. You know what I mean? Dolphins fans, like, they can at least, because the game is in arm's reach. It's not one Hail Mary away from them possibly losing. Giants fans, because that's how Giants victory was. Like, that shit was just murder. This is great. Like that's literally like how they sound. It was just murky. And then the only good thing about the Giants game, right, is that it's an explosion at the end. Right? It's basically missionary, right? Nothing exciting, just missionary. And then, for some reason, the climax just makes it all better. Like, oh shit. That's how they kind of were all game. Weird way. Not Jets fans. Halftime, both sides going, feeling good about themselves. Jets feel good about their position. Dolphins, they feel okay with their position because the game still looks winnable. They're still holding on to the fact that they have beat the Jets for the last 9 times. Like, okay, cool. Keep thinking that. Like, oh, we'll come back. It's just Jets. This ain't the same old Jets. At this point in time, for the some of you guys, this ain't your big brother's Jets. This ain't the Jets that you grew up watching. This ain't the Jets of old. This Jets, like the Giants, they have a little bit of by any means necessary in them. And not for nothing, we have been calling out Robert Salah. Al Salah is a car dealer in New York that runs commercials all over New York Airways. Jesus. And I know I told you guys I live in South Florida, but all I do is listen to New York programming. So Robert Salah, we've been putting him underneath the pressure that, you know what, your defense needs to start stepping up. Your defense needs to start making an impression, right? A couple games ago, right, when the rookie quarterback came in to play, I think it was Pittsburgh we were playing, said to ourselves, you know what, take advantage of them. Like, you should be winning that game. That quarterback that they had prepared for, now he's gone. Take advantage of who's there now. He's too young to know anything. And you know what they did? They came with a couple of picks. Good. That's what you want to see. First play of the game, Teddy Bridgewater. He goes night-night. They got to go check him in. Now they're playing with, who's their third thing for? Skylar Thompson. And even Skylar Thompson looked better than Tua got a tongue twister. But Teddy goes out. So really it was the Jets against their third string quarterback. And they played like they were going up against somebody's third string quarterback. It was honestly a little too close too early. But you know what? You learned some of the tendencies. You saw some of the things that kind of look. You were getting real close. You were getting kind of close in the first half. You have playmakers, right, on the defensive end. You have playmakers on the offensive line, in the linebacker position, in the corner position, at the safety position. Yeah, you have playmakers. Let's make some plays here. And you started to see that. You started to see these young guys started to come alive on defense, taking advantage. And that's what you're supposed to do. And now here are the Jets sitting here 3-2. Jets haven't had a winning record. Like I said, it's been about 7 years now. Not only that, I can't remember the last time the Jets scored 40 points in a game. Like, that was impressive. And that's not going up against that's not going up against a rookie quarterback. That's taking advantage of a defense and deflating them and having our young running back, Bryce Hall, go for 100 yards rushing and 100 yards receiving. So, man, I don't have him on my team. I was going to draft him, too. I'm so pissed. So the Jets actually have playmakers. And the funny thing about it, their winning is going to Bryce Hall. Zach Wilson hasn't started connecting with, I forget his first name. Wilson? Garrett Wilson. I'm probably messing up his first name. Right? That Wilson to Wilson connection hasn't started yet. He's more comfortable with the running back. Just remember, Wilson was gaining over 100 yards receiving under Joe Flacco. They built that chemistry early. Joe Flacco recognized on what you can do with somebody. He knows what you can do with somebody with his talent, the kind of balls you can throw in his area and what he'll catch and where he'll catch them at. I'm sorry. So that hasn't even picked up yet. He's still only getting like 6-7 targets a game when he should be like Stephon Diggs getting 12. He should be like DK Metcalf. He's very quickly earned the right and respect double targets, knowing he's going to come away with 5% of them and go for over 100 yards with it. Just we got something special brewing. We got something special, like the Giants do as well. Like the Bills have had brewing, and that motherfucker is ready to come out the goddamn oven, fully ready to be served on a hot plate, served for dinner. Thanksgiving's here. We all winners. But we're slowly getting there. The talent is finally getting there. But also, you start to see what also a year of not only one more year of knowing your head coach, but also now your coach also having extensions of himself on the court on the field as well too, right? to really help guide along some of these other players. And they really didn't have that in the first year. They really didn't. He didn't really have any of his former guys to really help reinforce his theory and his goal and his process, to be that kind of second coach. Remember when Rex Ryan came over? Remember all the people he brought from Baltimore? Like, one of our favorite guys out of everybody else, right? The guy that I forgot, I probably should have played him first thing today, because what the Giants and the Jets showed you today was that
Anybody can be beat.
anybody could be beat. Real simple. Green Bay, we thought Green Bay was gonna need this game because they needed to bounce back from a loss that they just took from the week before, and it was gonna come out here ready to beat the Giants, but no, they weren't ready. Aaron Rodgers was in prime Aaron Rodgers position. This time the ball didn't fall his way; it fell the Giants' way. Anybody could be beat. I think we took 5 losses this week on the pick. 6 losses, I think. 10 wins and 6 losses. Still doing pretty well. If y'all listening to me, we're still winning money every single week. You guys are still winning money every single week. You gotta like what the Jets and the Giants doing. But also, Knicks fans, another example of bringing in your veterans so that they can convey your message. Tom Thibodeau with the Knicks. I know we didn't really like the fact that when he brought them over, he gave them so many minutes, but he had to reward his guys. He probably made them promises. Yo, no, listen, ain't just gonna be. See, behind the doors where we probably wanted the young guys to play, he probably told the vets that would come like, listen, ain't just gonna be these young guys playing. Like, listen, like, you do your thing out there. I'm gonna make sure I got minutes for you. You hear me? You hear me? I got you. You my boy. You my guy. And he probably told them that. Derrick Rose, Taj Gibson, those are his boys. Those are extensions of him. Brought in another vet, Kimball Walker. Right? Like, and you see now that we now believe that these young Knicks are at the point where they don't overly need a vet. They have Derrick Rose now, still. They don't need all the other, and Derrick Rose is a serviceable vet. They don't need a lot of these other vets. You're talking about now Mitchell Robinson and RJ Barrett 4 years in the league. Emmanuel Quickly 3 years in the league. Obi Toppin 2 years in the league. Quentin Grimes, 2nd year in the league. Deuce McBride, 2nd year in the league. A lot of these guys are young, but they're 2, 3, 4 years in the league. Thank you. We have a team comprised of that. Cam Reddish, think about 4 years in the league. And you have a bunch of that really comprises a lot of your core. And they learned over the last 2 years from veterans. Last year and the year before that. So everybody that's now a 4-year player, half their year they learn they learn what was like to be part of a bad team, right? And bad leadership and bad coaching and no veteran leadership. And now the second half is like, oh yeah, definitely need this on our team. The young guys, they automatically just came into a good culture with veteran leadership that had a standard. So they automatically fell in line. That wasn't there before. That's how you build a foundation. That's how you build a culture. It's about now when everybody comes in there, they automatically fall in line based off the actions that they see from the other players. There's also some weird ass like philosophy, like scientific philosophy thing, like that study that also conducted about something like this, right? But in that community now people are just forced to come in, forced to fall in line, forced to follow. This is also why I say like the New York Knicks need to go ahead and do the right thing and empower Tom Thibodeau. And by empowering him, I mean you give him a 5-year extension pretty soon. If not by the end of this year, by next year, you need to give him a 5. He would have been with us now. This is his 3rd year now. So next year will be his 4th year. And you don't want him to get into that 5th year without a contract, and he's a lame duck coach. You want to empower him. I want Tom Thibodeau here for 10 years. I don't care about the rest. I want Tom Thibodeau here for 10 years, building a goddamn foundation, building some kind of structure, building something that when people come in here, they know what they're getting in New York. And then I want that culture and foundation transferred to whoever it needs to be transferred to take us to the next level. But I don't want us going backwards anytime soon. I don't want us going backwards in culture after his 5-year run. And then we go back to another 10, 15 years of, oh, what the fuck is going on with the Knicks? No. Give me 5 more years of Tom Thibodeau. I can take that. I can be frustrated with making the playoffs and falling off because we're building something deeper than that. Like every team wins a championship every single year. Some, like, you understand, there are 32 losers. Miami Heat isn't winning a championship every single year. Again, they've won a bunch more recently, but it's still about building something even deeper than that can constantly put you in a position to win championships. And I feel like if you have to reset the whole entire culture because you miss on the coach after Tom Thibodeau, because you want to change things up after 5 years only, you're going to set yourself up for failure. When I hear about Tom Thibodeau, I want to hear at some point in time, he's one of the longest reigning coaches in the NBA. That's what the longest tenured coach currently right now. And he's been with the Knicks for 9 years. I mean, with the Knicks 8 years. And I want that to be one of the, and I know it only sounds like 8 years, but I want that 8 years to be one of the longest reigns that somebody's having in the NBA. That isn't named Greg Popovich. That isn't named Eric Spoelstra. That isn't named Doc Rivers. Listen, there ain't a lot of coaches out there like that. He would automatically propel himself if he does this 8 years. Do you know what 8 years for one coach with the Knicks will mean? It'll mean that since 1990 something or 2000 or something, probably since Jeff Van Gundy, that we've had a coach last for even more than 5 years, 4 years. I didn't realize I wasn't trying to do basketball talk here, but you guys kind of forced my hand into it. You guys did nothing but sit there and listen. I appreciate you guys. It's all love. You know your boy be wilding. Listen, if I'm smiling, then I'm wilding. That's like I'm telling everybody on Sunday. I was like, listen, if I'm smart, if it's a football Sunday, if I'm smiling, then I'm wilding. Like, because you're not taking this smile off my mouth. No, you can't break my soul. You can't break my soul. You can't break my soul. I'm telling everybody. Yo, those eyes. Got the smoky eyes. Oh, man. Let's continue. Third quarter, the Jets were up 17. The Jets were only up 17-19. I said much hadn't changed in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, you got 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. In the second quarter. Third quarter, it was a Dolphins field goal. Again, we're still hockey keying. Dolphins fans ain't completely pissed off at me yet. It's a good day. It's a good battle. 3 quarters. It's a 2-point game through 3 quarters in New York. You know what they're thinking? You know what? 1 turnover, 1 interception, 1 bad play. We got this. We got this. We got this. But then the fourth quarter would come. The fourth quarter would come. The adjustments would finally take place. They would start working out. And the Jets would bust it wide open, bust it wide open, bust it wide open, bust it wide open with 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to go up 40-17. After it was just a 19-17 game. 40-17. And I'm not gonna lie to you. After we went up by 3 touchdowns, even when we went up by 2 touchdowns, I was starting to say, you know what? I'm okay with now giving the Dolphins one touchdown after getting the second and the third one, only because I was like, you know what? I can get some 2-for-1 drinks. But I was not able to get any more 2-for-1 drinks the rest of the day as the Dolphins did not score any more touchdowns. after the New York Jets ended up putting up 21 in the fourth quarter. Like I said, not Gabe Davis. Start talking about the Bills again. I said we told you that Bryce Hall, he ended up having 100 yards receiving and 100 yards rushing, like doing everything for the Jets. The Kansas City won this game after they looked like the Raiders ran into each other. Oh man, that's tough. Like I said, we don't have that Wilson to Wilson connection as of yet, but that's probably going to be the next step for Zach. Is that let's start getting Wilson involved. And once you start able to get Wilson involved, who knows where this offense is going to go? Because you're talking about now an offense that has two running backs. One of them can catch out the backfield really well, which means that you can run a two-back system, come out of an eye, have one go into the receiver slot, still have Wilson over there. Oh my goodness. Right now the Jets are only missing a tight end. The Jets really are only missing their Edwards, their Kelsey, their who else am I thinking about? Their Gronk. Like, that's all they're missing at this point in time. And speaking of missing, ooh, I'm missing you. Tell me where the world turns. Because as we're flying high on a Sunday morning, Giants. Sunday afternoon, Jets, Bills. Flying high, celebrating life. You know what I mean? Like really easing into the inebriation of the day. You had the Mets game to still deal with. And the Mets would put up a complete stinker.
You have failed this city.
Absolute horrible. Basura. And the thing about it, it was the whole weekend they looked like trash, to be honest with you. I lie. They've looked like trash for the last month. The New York Mets was in first place for the first 175 games of this year. To blow it in the last 10 games of the season. The New York Mets, and I do feel sorry for them in a way, right? Because I told you they lost this over the last month. And what ended up happening is the thing in baseball that is always talked about, the highs and the lows, the hots and the colds, the ups and the downs, right? And what happened with the Metropolitans is that they've been pretty high for the majority of the season. They had like 101 wins. I think they had more wins than the Yankees, if I'm not mistaken. At least they did at one point. They got cold, right? At the wrong time. They got cold at the final month of the season. After the All-Star break, you have the Atlanta Braves catching heat. The last series that they played right before they go into the playoffs, they play Atlanta. Atlanta basically whoops on them, deflates them, knocks them down there, peg. Next, you know, the Mets ain't first anymore. Now you go from having a bye week to having like a wild card game now, and you're playing shitty baseball. And the Padres came and they took advantage of that. Friday night, 7-1, shellacking, molly-whopping, beat down, ass whooping. And the Mets responded on Saturday, 3-7. And then on Sunday, again, with the empty nest, with the weak arms, the slow bats, the looky-loos, 7-0. You realize Serena Williams has had better scores. 7-1, 3-7, 6-0. And whatever euphoria New York was at on a whole together came crumbling down with one Metropolitan loss on Sunday. Because this wasn't a loss. It meant that was officially the end of the Mets season. The end of the Mets 100-win season. They were eliminated in the wild card games. (7-1) and 6-0. Those are the same problem that the old Mets used to have. But again, when the bats go cold, they go cold. Right? Truth is never been told. I feel like, as a Yankees fan, this puts a lot of extra pressure on us as Yankees. That now we have to win this first series. Not just because, like, oh, well, the Yankees are now because of how bad the Mets failed. Like, now we have to go pick up for our little brother's mistakes. Now this is when we little brother you. See, I ain't little brother you the whole season. This is when we have to now win. Not the whole thing, but we at least have to get out the first round. We can't lose that first series because we have to make like, hey, see, this ain't a family trait. But little bro, he's still kind of new here. He's still, bear with him. He gonna be there in a couple of years. He did a good job though. He's cute, right? Got this little man. We got you. We know. It's gonna be your year. This gonna be your league soon. Man, but yeah, I really feel like the Yankees are gonna have to get their shit together and really come away with a dub, because I can't take both teams losing in the first round. That's really gonna leave me feeling some type of way. I'm gonna be sick on that one. I really am. I really will be sick. I think I told you guys I went 10-6 this week, right? In football. Those little draw. I went 10-6 this week in football. Not bad. Not the greatest we can do, but still, anytime I'm in double-digit wins for the week, I feel good. I generally feel good to be in double-digit wins. Now, the games that we lost, I think most people lost these games, right? Because a lot of these games, the loser came out on top. Green Bay, like the Giants beating Green Bay. No. But the unexpected, the underdog came on top. Hated to love it, underdogs on top. All right. The Giants beat Green Bay. We had that wrong. Then Indy beat Denver. And we had that wrong. And that's the game we talked about on Friday. Russell needs to watch out, because we're going to start talking about Russell Wilson with the same kind of tone we talk about Russell Westbrook. Russell Wilson needs to get his act together fast. We fans of Russ really hope, or people that wanted to see Russ succeed, really hope that this is a new team, time in, got to learn your personnel thing. Because if this is just, Russell's cooking is like bland chicken, you know what I'm saying? Like Russell's cooking is only salt and pepper. If that's what Russ cook looks like, then I can see why you would eat out. Double entendres. We got the New England Detroit game wrong. Like we really thought Detroit was going to be able to come away from New England, but what you saw there, and I remember mentioning it to my friend about, especially with that lopsided game, what you saw there wasn't quarterback versus quarterback or anything like that, right? What you saw was Bill Belichick putting up a hell of a game plan. They were outcoached. That's what that was. Fully outcoached. And then Detroit without their number one running back as well. That took a lot of stomp out of their game plan as well. You can easily see why that game was lopsided. I forgot about Swift being out. I really did. I really forgot that Swift was sitting on the sideline. But we gonna do better. 10 for 6 is not a bad week. 10 for 6 is not a bad week. I prefer to get more. I like to get like a dozen of them in here. Right? Don't really like to get more than five losses, to be honest with you. But we're gonna get better. We gonna make you guys more money here. I was wrong in Seattle and New Orleans. I really thought Seattle was gonna win. The things I took in consideration for New Orleans, and the things I didn't take consideration for Detroit, I took in consideration for New Orleans. And that was the fact that almost everybody was banged up on New Orleans. I still don't know how they won that game. I really still don't know how they won that game. That was a hell of a game too. But once again, it was one of those division rivalry games. It's just sometimes, it's just like Houston and Jacksonville, division rivalry games. Just sometimes you can't predict what the hell is going to go on there. We picked Jacksonville. Houston comes with their first victory for the season. But that's division rivalry pride. That's almost like, so let's bring it local, right? As a Jets fan that lives in South Florida, right? They just played the Dolphins and whooped their ass. But that's when the years where the Dolphins had a bad record or the Jets had a horrible record, right? And the Dolphins have a good record that year. And that one time that the Jets play the Dolphins, or one of the two times they play the Dolphins, the Jets come in for victory. And you be like, damn, how the hell they beat them? Division rivalry. They got up for that. They get up for those games. To them, that's their little mini Super Bowl. You know what? They doing good. We doing bad. That's the team that we normally beef with. And every time we see them, it's on site. Let's go punch them in the mouth and hope they don't get back up. I know what I just told you was a tongue twister, but it's, okay, stay with me. So those are always, and I always warn you guys too. I always try to warn you guys, division games, things are the biggest illusion out of all of them. They're never what they seem. Because you also can't go back off of this. You can be like, oh, Houston, they like we think they got this stuff to get, and they're back on track. No, there's no track for Houston to get back onto. Jacksonville is gonna get another win before Houston does. And then I was wrong on LA Rams and Dallas, but that's also because of how much I just low key don't pick Dallas to win games. I really don't. It's not very often you will ever catch me picking Dallas to win games. It's just not in my muscle memory. Like, my muscle memory generally tells me to pick the team that's playing against Dallas. And also it's the Rams. They got to get their stuff fixed as well too. But again, they get the excuse of using Super Bowl hangover. Like, if Tom Brady can have a Super Bowl hangover, even though he looks like he's doing like Super Bowl meth now, right? But he's going full Florida, man. You can't tell me those cheeks aren't sunken in like he does meth. Like, those are Zoolander something. Like, and it's in Tampa too. That's in Tampa as well. Like, Tampa's known for meth. Like you could buy meth like you could buy weed. Hey man, you want some meth? Like somebody cleaning your windows while you at the light. Hey, I got that meth on hand. If you want that meth, my dog. Like, is that simple? What if we find out in the next Man in the Mirror or whatever the hell he did? I still haven't watched that. I'm never gonna watch that. Let's let you guys know. I'm never gonna watch Tom Brady's Man in the Commode. Like, I'm never ever gonna watch it. I'm sorry. I'm never gonna watch. Like, I'm never gonna watch. Does Reggie Miller have his own? No, but this is the Malice in the Palace. I need to watch the Malice in the Palace. I gotta watch the And One joint, the Malice in the Palace, and the Derek Jeter. I was supposed to watch those before the end of this month. That's my homework assignment. I gotta get those banged out before the end of this month. I know you guys were like, "Yo, you haven't watched that yet? Oh, you wild? You call yourself a yes. I call myself all that, and I haven't watched it. I'm listen, working, having a show 3 times a week, and then having to and then having a job that has to fund the podcast 3 times a week, having a full-time job and then having also a part-time. I know, you guys ain't trying to hear all this shit. I'm just saying, I don't got a lot of time to watch things that aren't directly sports. People, you understand how many movies I haven't watched, how many shows I haven't watched during the off season. Is when I do all of my really. And let's let you guys know, I watched Power during the off season, not Raising Cain, not Finding Abel, not the Book of Tommy or the Book of Pamela or Pamela Lee, like none of that. We're talking about Book of Ghost, first season, episode 1. I finally watched this off season. Now, granted, I ended up watching it all during this off season, and I started watching book 2, Raising Abel, and then I tried watching a couple episodes of Raising Cain. I started getting into that, but that's how it is. And you would think though I get more time since I'm working from home, right? I can just put that stuff on the back, and I'm trying to do. That's how I was able to watch Legacy. I gotta get that new episode of Legacy, and Jesus, as a sports fan, Legacy is an emotional watch. It really is. And I'm not even a Lakers fan. Right? I'm not even a Lakers fan. But I guess I've kind of rooted for the Lakers a lot. I consider I haven't rooted for the Lakers to lose very often. I can't say I've ever rooted for Magic to lose, really. Actually, no. I can't say I've ever rooted for Magic to lose. I can't say I've ever really rooted for Shaq to lose. Not Shaq, but I have rooted for the Lakers to lose when they played a couple of teams. I wanted Philly to beat them. I definitely wanted the 76ers to beat them, and I wanted the Nets to beat them. That's literally like 3 times, right? And what they did to Indy, I wanted them to do worse. I wanted them to sweep Indy and beat them by 35 points every single game. Reggie Miller could not hang with Kobe, and he showed that. But we also saw in that time frame, there wasn't many people that could hang with Kobe. And that's the sad part about when this thing comes up, is that right now it's going through the Kobe era. And we just got to the point where Kobe had just retired, which means that they still haven't covered his death or the signing of LeBron James. And I guess when they sign LeBron James and they win their last championship, it's probably where they're going to end it. And then they're probably going to leave some cliffhanger like, and who knows what is next in the Lakeshore organization. There's going to be some cornball shit like that. I love you some Jeannie, but I still feel like Jeannie and Magic slept around a couple of times and she just got lucky to not catch the AIDS. Like, I feel like if you would have heard that she had AIDS too, she would have had to come out and say that she slept with Magic. But because she tested clean, I don't think that she ever had to come out. I have a feeling. Listen, wild speculation, right? Wild speculation. Let me stop. Basketball. Listen, I'm excited because basketball starts tomorrow. We have the opening season for tomorrow. Knicks fans, opening day is on Wednesday. Wednesday night, we'll be at Sharky's Live. Not only will I be at Sharky's Live, DJ Seth will be at Sharky's Live. Ladies, we got drink specials. Ladies drink free, right? Ladies drink free for 2 hours. And then after that, like, what is it, from like 6 to 8 or some shit like that, I think? Or 7 to 9, whatever it is, right? Ladies drink free for 2 hours, and then after that, you get half off drinks. You said there's gonna be drink specials, there's gonna be live music, there's gonna be a live podcast. Listen, Wednesday nights at Sharky's is going to be the big move to do, and we hope you guys stay in a big mood until the next time that we talk here on the MyT Sports Podcast. And don't you guys forget, right? It's real important because some guys you don't realize this. Continue to transform yourself into the kind of individual that you would like to work for you. This is Talent Omar Taylor. This is Talent, the motor mouth of the South, Taylor. This is Talent El Idolo Deportivo Taylor with the MyT Sports Podcast. And we are out of here.